Morning, I miss a live. Good morning, couldn't do a live. Good morning, where was I? Busy, 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 real busy. Good morning, guys. Happy Wednesday, day. Happy Wednesday, guys. Man, the middle of the week already. Oh my gosh, time waits for no one. Let's get into the content, people, and let's unpack this content that I've been holding back. Let's unpack this content that I had for you guys, but there's no avail. I couldn't come, guys. Too busy. Busy. All right. So that's why I wasn't even around. Joshua, good morning. So all of those good things. So let's unpack this content quick and fast, and then I am gonna move on. So I am gonna read from the best of my ability. So let's jump in it. This is a NBA star, Shawn Kemp. Okay, Shawn Kemp, 55, pleads guilty to assault charge and shooting. Tacoma Wash former NBA star Shawn Kemp pleaded guilty to an assault charge Tuesday for shooting at two men inside a vehicle in a Washington State Mall parking lot. Kemp, 55, pleaded guilty to a second-degree assault in Pierce County Superior Court as part of a plea agreement. According to the county prosecutor attorney's office, the Toyota 4Runner, the men were inside and another vehicle were damaged in the March 2023 shooting, but then men were not hurt. But the men weren't not hurt, okay? But he blazed some gunshot after them, though. Oh, my. Kemp was initially charged with one count of first-degree assault with a firearm enhancement, but prosecutor last week added another count of assault as well as drive-by shooting charge. The Seattle Times reported conviction, and those charges could have resulted in a lengthy prison term. He will be sentenced in August. Deputy Prosecutor Attorney Thomas Howe recommended that Kemp be sentenced to 9 months in jail, 1 year of department correction supervision and support after he released, and to pay a restitution. Kemp, a six-time NBA All-Star who played for the Seattle Supersonics from 1989 to 1997, declined to comment to the newspaper on Tuesday. Shawn is committed to moving forward in a positive direction, Kemp attorney Dean Leary told the Times. He was presented with an offer from the state that allows him to take responsibility, but I think also recognize the self-defense nature of how this transpired. According to the court documents filed by Kemp's attorney, Kemp and several employees who worked at his cannabis dispensary were at the Seattle concert venue when Kemp's truck was broken into on March 8, 2023. An employee purse was stolen along with keys to Kemp's business, a cell phone, paperwork, and sports memorabilia, including game-worn jersey of Gary Payton and Kemp that were to be auctioned off for charity, the defense trial brief says. Using a phone tracking app, Kemp located and briefly tried to talk to the driver of the 4Runner that was circling a casino parking lot. According to the trial brief, the men in the vehicle afterward dumped some of Kemp's belongings but kept the phone, the brief says. Kemp later saw his phone was near Tacoma Mall. He drove there, spotted the same 4Runner, and expressed his understandable frustration with the driver, according to that brief. The brief says a man in the back seat fired off a round from a handgun, and Mr. Kemp returned fire and attempted to disable Toyota. It did not work. The 4Runner fled, and when the vehicle was found abandoned days later, an empty holster was found inside, but there was no gun documented, said. The document said, right? A police call log, including a court records, indicates that at least one witness who called 911 reported that two men were firing at each other. Howe, in a statement explaining the plea agreement, wrote that because of the two witnesses' past crimes of dishonesty and that the fact that those people are illegal in possession of Kemp's belonging, the case should be resolved short of trial. As of part of this and his plea deal, Kemp cannot have a firearm and will be required to provide a sample for a law enforcement DNA database. Kemp debuted in the NBA during the 1989 to 90 season as a 20-year-old who never played a college ball. He also played for Cleveland, Portland, and Orlando and was known for his high-flying dunks. Could you imagine? So your NBA star have an expensive jersey in your truck. You're running a cannabis dispensary store. The truck was broken into. Employee bags, cell phone, keys, and everything to the man's business was stolen. The man used a phone app and tracked down the car who stole those things. Gunshot pursue each other, gunshot protruded, gunshot blazing like Wild Wild West, coming from the NBA star side, coming from the thief sides. Well, at the end of the day, instead of he get lots of lengthy time in prison, he end up getting a deal, and a sweet deal, I guess, from the prosecutor. 9 months in jail, 1 year of Department of Correction supervision, and then he has to give his DNA. So was that a win-win? Or the NBA star, okay, or the 6-time NBA All-Star should have paid some more money and go to trial with this, because for you to give somebody DNA, your DNA, your blood, your DNA, that's gonna be in the DNA bank forever, for the rest of your life, after he's not a rapist. You understand? So all of these kind of things. So the NBA star, All-Star, should have called the police and let the police do their job, although we know more time that at times they claim that we don't have the skin for protection. But neither here nor there. I mean, now he has to give up his DNA, and he end up basically with a criminal record of assault and stuff like that, okay? So I had to come and shout that quick and fast to let you guys know that the big bad 6-time NBA All-Star played for the Seattle Supersonics and all of that, declined to comment, but he pleaded guilty to second-degree assault, okay? And they also added, you know, all of the other shooting that they added. They add another count of drive-by shooting charge, okay? And all of that. So basically, he was supposed to get a lengthy prison term, but he got a short one of 9 months, guys, okay? Running on, moving on, running on with this content, quick and fast, yeah? Thanks for watching. So let's get into some things, all right? Sorry, guys. As you guys know, that there's a lot going on right now. Yes, a lot going on right now, Let's get to this. Diddy trial judge snaps at lawyer for calling prosecutor 6-pack of white woman. As you guys know, I came and showed you guys the other day that Diddy prosecutor, they're all white folks, all white lady. One of the prosecutors, father is with like basically the federal government, they claim. It's like a big feds, they claim, and stuff like that. So when you really think about it, guys, it's a lot. But as you guys know, Ray J has a lot to say. Diddy trial came day 10, and you know the assistants has a lot to say. One thing I get to understand with the assistants, after Cassie and Puff Daddy wasn't seen eye to eye, and Cassie moved on to Kid Cudi, I get to understand that the assistant knew about it. Cudi was coming around. Basically, assistants was basically kept keeping secret behind Puff Diddy back and all of those kind of things. So my thing is, if you're an assistant and something is happening in your circle with your boss or whoever, should you go and tell him, say, hey boss, you know, I am your assistant. I mean, your ex-girl or your girl to be, or your girl that you broke up with, or your girl that you separated from is seeing Kid Cudi, yada, 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 yada. She didn't have to go and tell him that, did she? But anyways, people, this seems like it's a tough one, a troubled one, but she has a lot to say. So let's get to a little bit of it, and let's jump. Let's get to a little bit of the trial, a little bit, okay? And then we're gonna run on with the rest of our content, okay? So as we know, the former assistant Capricorn Clark came and she said a lot. We get to understand that she claims that she left one time and came back because of a this and that, and she left and she come back. I know that once you leave somewhere from a job, usually you don't go back. You know, in real life, I know in real life, the only way you go back to a job, unless you left on a good note, okay? You left on a good note, then you can go back. Majority of the time, even for the black folks, if you leave a job, 99.9, you're not going back to that job. And even sometimes if you leave that job on a good note, 99.9, when you call back those people, I'm looking for work, they're not giving you back that job. So if someone is so sinister and someone is so terrible, why go back to that job? But that's gone to her. She's almost blackballed. She couldn't find no job anywhere. Let's jump in this and dive in and unpack, okay?
If she didn't convince at the time. Clark also claimed Combs threatened to kill Ventura if she didn't convince Kid Cudi not to tell police that Combs was allegedly involved with a break-in at his house. Clark also telling the jury that a large man repeatedly administered lie detector tests to her on suspicion that she stole jewelry loaned to Combs. She testified that this man said if she flunked the test, they're going to throw you in the East River. Federal prosecutors said outside of the jury's presence that their case is running ahead of schedule and could be finished in 5 weeks. Previously, they said it could take 6 weeks. Now, Combs has pleaded not guilty to all charges. His defense team says any sexual encounters were consensual. He faces the possibility of life in prison if convicted. We have our team closely following the case from inside the courtroom. Let's get right to the federal courthouse in Manhattan. That's where we find our chief investigative correspondent, Aaron Katursky. And Aaron, we have to start with Shawn Combs' former assistant, Capricorn Clark. What did she tell the jury?
A lot. Eva, she testified that Shawn Combs at one point threatened to kill Kid Cudi after finding out that he began dating Cassie Ventura. But she talked about 3 distinct episodes as prosecutors today started to home in on one of the elements of the alleged racketeering conspiracy, and that's kidnapping. Capricorn Clark said in 2004 in New York, she was forced to take a lie detector test for 5 days straight on suspicion of stealing jewelry. In 2008, she said Shawn Combs charged at her and kept shoving her with his hand. She demonstrated for the jury until pushing her all the way out of his house in Miami Beach when she said that she hates.
I need to interject for a second. You guys know when you guys come over here, I talk a lot. So let me interject for a second, guys. Now, guys, why is it that everybody now is coming out that he pushed me, he beat me, he slapped me, he threatened me? I'm just being a sarcastic jackass at this point in time. Why everybody's coming out now to tell this kind of story and this kind of tale? So nobody knew where the police were when this black... Okay, remember the black lady in the club? The black lady said she was shot in her head in the club. Remember when that lady told that tale? Remember when Puff Diddy and J-Lo was in the club and that black lady came out and shouted, he shot me, he shot me, he shot me? Everybody rolled their eyes and kissed their teeth at the black lady. As soon as this lady who's mixed come tell a whole tale that she participated in, that she volunteered basically to be the victim. Yo, I'm not putting anything past her. She's a woman, yeah, but there's lots of women out here being abused and can't get no help. That girl was free, as in the word free, from the day when he beat up Cassie and she went home and the friend called the police. That girl was free. When you're under bondage, you can't call cops. When you're under bondage, you're not going anywhere. You're being locked up all the time. She had her own apartment. That means that therefore, most of the time she was free. Okay? So all of these things, why are all of these women now coming to say this happened, that happened, that? So everybody was scared out of their wit. Everybody didn't have no phone to call 911 and make a report on this big man. So this man was invisible to the law? Obviously not. Obviously not. He wasn't invisible to the law. I mean that he has power and he knows a lot of people. But my God, why come now to bring on all of these kind of stories now? But they always say, why not kick a man while he's down? People always say it's the other way around. Don't kick a man while he's down. But majority of the time, we black folks are kicking you while you're down. We don't know nothing until somebody knows something about you. We're not cursing and fighting with you unless somebody's running there cursing you. And even when we and you have something and it's over with, long as we know someone cussing you, fighting you, we're part of it. So we are of the culture of kicking you while you're down, the way I see it. Anyways, let's unpack the rest of the content, please and thanks.
Here and forced her out of the house. And then in 2011 in Los Angeles is when she says she was forced at gunpoint into a car to go to Kid Cudi's house because Shawn Combs was very upset.
Aaron, Clark painted a picture of what it was like to work for Combs, saying she even had to take a lie detector test. Why did she have to do that?
Got two teeth.
This goes back to July 4th weekend in the Hamptons. Shawn Combs was hosting one of his now famous white parties, and he was able to wear 3 very high-end pieces of jewelry loaned to him by Jacob the jeweler. And after the party, Capricorn Clark was supposed to take possession of the jewelry and bring it on a private plane to Miami Beach, where Combs was headed. And on her way to the airport, she realized the bag wasn't there, and she said that she suspected it was an inside job. But apparently Combs and one of his bodyguards, a guy by the name of Uncle Paulie, that's how he was known, ended up taking her to what would be the headquarters of Bad Boy Entertainment. At the time, it was on 40th Street and Broadway. This was going to move uptown into the upper 50s, but the building wasn't finished, and she recalled for the jury being taken to a dilapidated space. There was only a folding table and chairs, and she remembered a huge guy, 5 times her size, chain smoking, and hooking her up to a lie detector machine every day for 5 days straight, and threatening that if she failed the test, she'd be thrown into the East River.
The defense also pulled out some old text messages between...
If she flunk or failed the test, she'll be thrown in an East River. So someone is telling you basically that, yo, I am going to dash you away, unalive you, and you don't go to the police. These kind of things that I'm talking about. Oh, the assistants. Black men in the world nowadays needed assistants. Oh. They say that Diddy do a lot of wrongs to people. So maybe all of his wrongs and his karma is catching up to him. So somebody gonna throw you in the East River. This man was so armed and dangerous. And you wait till 2025 to come and tell the world. Okay. Moving right on, people, please and thanks. Sometimes I don't even know where to begin with these people. But nevertheless. Then we move from there to this boy, Brandy brother, Ray J, that seems like is getting out of hand. One time him and Nicki Minaj was on the internet, and some things that he said out of his mouth, I was taken back. I was lost for words, but I'm not surprised. They claim allegedly that Ray J was the last one to be seen at the Whitney Houston bedside, seaside, bathside, topside, when she took her last breath. Allegedly. Don't mix me. Seriously, guys. And this boy saying he wants to be one of Nicki Minaj Barbs, and Barb this and Barb that. They say that allegedly Whitney Houston did pass on Brandy, his sister, a note. After that, she ended up dead, and Ray J was the last one leaving the scene, and yada yada yada. Let's get into this one and unpack Ray J and his nonsense and who tried to shoot him and all of these kind of things and the Diddy situation, okay? So I had to turn it down because of commercial. I don't want a copyright strike.
Altercation
Okay.
with Diddy's sons.
So remember there was an altercation with Diddy's son and Ray J. They almost kicked his ass somewhere in a club, somewhere of that sort, where Ray J almost got smacked up by Diddy's kids. And I said, oh my, mom is dead, dad is locked up. You guys are out here fighting to get an assault charge, and the daddy really can't bail himself. So I guess he's going to stay in prison and bail them. Oh, wow. 2 children, 3 children, whatever children, no parents at all. Diddy's parenting all the way from the bars. Oh no, what a tragedy. Falling from a private jet, big jet. You know, people are calling you sir to in jail, answering to the freaking jail guards, yes sir. So you're leaving from someone calling you sir to you right now calling people sir. Oh God. I tell you, when you fall from grace, you fall from grace. I tell you guys, in this world, nothing is too great and nothing is too good for you to fall from. Remember, you have to hit rock bottom to be great again. And 7 times rise, 7 times fall. The way I see it, this man, if they lock him up, he's getting life in jail without any parole like the rest of the people them. See like how they do up R. Kelly? Watch and see. You see like how most of them took all of R. Kelly money. R. Kelly's broke, no money. Right now, they say that all of R. Kelly money is going to all the victims. Not only that, R. Kelly can't even appeal because R. Kelly has no money. Imagine all of that. And when you hide R. Kelly's story, and you notice, majority of these sinister nastiness always happen at Trump Tower, allegedly. Remember, they say that Diddy was at the Trump Hotel. Remember, they said that R. Kelly was bringing all of these young girls at the Trump Hotel. Remember, they say Epstein, the girl, Godfrey, who passed away, who with the Prince situation and Epstein situation, met Epstein at Trump Golf Club. So how much rapist and pedophile and all of these things this man know, but still running for president. Allegedly. Don't mix me. Let's dive in this one and unpack Ray J and Shawn Combs' son almost kick his face in, and who shoot at him right here, right now. Oh my.
People think that maybe Diddy has something to do with what happened.
I just think that we need to just chill. We need to let Puffy go.
But I'm just going to get in my head right. When you said they tried to kill me, who tried to kill you?
Could you imagine?
He's back in court this week as his federal sex trafficking trial resumes in Manhattan. Rapper Kid Cudi testified on Friday that his car was blown up on his driveway when he dated Diddy's ex-girlfriend Cassie Ventura. Makeup artist Mila Morales.
So we're not gonna drag it out. We want to get to Ray J part, not dragging this out.
A lot of people have been waiting to hear.
Are we just trying to like tell all of these crazy stories and then that equals out to sex trafficking?
Exactly.
I mean, it's starting to become outrageous.
Very
it's a RICO
outrageous.
Case. It's really only Diddy and maybe one other person. Like, I'm just starting to feel...
That's what I keep on saying. The assistant should be locked up too. Cassie should be locked up too. That boy Gene Deal, the security guard who come and tell everybody everything, should be locked up too, because the racketeering charge, I told you guys, people, it's an organization act. The RICO charge is an organization act from back in the days of the Italian mafias. I came and gave you guys that history. So if you're going to charge someone, you're going to charge a pack of people, a gang of people, a group of people when it comes to racketeering and all of these things. Okay? Cassie needs to go down with her belly to go have that child behind bars because she was part of it. She never came out come tell until the man never wanted to write her book. Cassie realized that she was going to leave without no ring, no child support, no career, nothing of that sort. So the way I see it, although Ray J almost got his face kicked in, he has a lot to say.
Uncomfortable, and I'm starting to feel weird about this whole thing.
Well, it was certainly interesting last week when I interviewed this guy who had the pseudonym The Punisher, who was hired, and it was Cassie Ventura. Right. So it was a sort of very interesting interview because Cassie Ventura did all the negotiating, did all the payments.
Of course.
Did all the texting to him.
I told you guys.
Diddy would sit in the corner of a hotel room naked, and he would watch.
You hear who paid for the guys them? The guys them came from Craigslist. Most of these escorts, they claim, came from Craigslist. So now you tell me now. So how many AIDS tests Cassie can come show us that she went to go and take since that Diddy was making all kind of man run through her like train? Since he was just there and said, okay, just sleep with her because she was a sex doll. Come and sleep with her all the time. Remember, you know, people having sex with multiple partners You have to be checking yourself on a regular. More than a regular person, more than a regular couple. Okay, guys? So you hear who was paying for all of these things? Cassie. So it's just because the law want to lock up this man. That girl should go right down 1, 2, 3 as well, guys. Because she was giving all the payment and all of these sex workers. And if those sex workers were illegal, if those sex workers were traffic, if all of those people were doing some kind of things, they all both need to go down with the charges, guys. You just can't charge one person. You're paying, you're calling, you're basically bringing these people in the home to do your business, and then one somebody should go down for it? Oh, I'd never hear nothing like this. But nevertheless.
With her apparent full consent, this guy come in and have sex with her.
See?
And it happened maybe a dozen times over a 2.5-year period.
See?
Now, none of that says to me that that is a serious crime.
Right.
If she is the one that is organizing it all. Now, she is arguing it was coercion and so on. You know all these people very well. You know Cassie Ventura. You know Diddy well. When you saw that interview, maybe you saw the one that I did, but when you saw that guy talk, what was your takeaway from that?
I was just thinking, like, what year are we in? Like, it feels like we're in this vortex of like this dominatrix story about all of these different characters that are coming out and the names and the nicknames. And I mean, it's intense. I think that it's entertaining.
People, did you know that the Punisher really never know who they are because Cassie would wear a mask and Diddy would wear a mask? Majority of the guys that they introduce and bring from Craigslist, majority of the time these people are just up in mask. I get to understand. You have to know that it's Diddy to know that it's Diddy, and you have to know that it's Cassie to know it's Cassie. I get to understand. So they dress up like King of the Knights. Remember, they call it a different thing. They also claim that Puff Daddy mom used to do free costs. I dropped that in another content the other day. I'll come back and show you guys if I have some more minutes or if I have some more time to let this content loose. Okay, guys, let's continue.
Sure, and it's definitely press worthy. But at the end of it all, it's like, this is what Diddy is being charged for, and this is what he possibly might serve a lot of jail time for. I don't understand it, and I really want to know where this is all gonna go and where does this lead? Because
to prison. That's where it leads to.
It's freaky, like the whole oral thing with the 19 guys
in her mouth. Gross.
I mean, it feels like they're just trying to paint these pictures.
Guys, I'm the one who paused it. I pause it, guys, because 19 guys in this girl mouth. But you know, I'm saying yuck because as a woman, it's disgusting. But to some people who brag and claim that they're this mouth and them a goat throat and them a this throat and cat throat and rat throat and dog throat, they think it's fine. Women out here bragging how many hood they're out here sucking, to be honest. So to Cassie, whether she gets sore or not, you have some woman out here goggling and think and proud of it, and out here feel like so they should get a trophy because of their mouth and whatever they're inserting in their mouth. Remember, oral sex wasn't part of the black community one time. Remember? When you used to do those nastiness, you have to go somewhere and hide. Remember, good? So everybody take on this nastiness and feel like, say, yo, oh, welcome, we have arrived. It's Mother's Day. Oh, fuck. Anyways, guys, sorry my French. I just had to, like, you know what I mean? But anyways, let's continue. It's crazy to me.
Was really mad. And I think we're here now, and I think it's a flex. Because, like, what are they trying to get out of this in this court case? Does everybody that's talking about these stories, do they want to see Puffy rot in jail?
Yeah, they do.
Is that what we're here for? Because I just think that that's unfair, and just knowing everybody, it just could have been done a different way. And now it's starting to worry me. And I honestly think that Diddy will get out. And I think that there's nothing here. Right? I think they made their point, whatever they were trying to make. Your point is made. Now let Diddy out. Free Diddy.
Wow, you think he's gonna?
They should have just charged him for the domestic abuse from day one. That's the way how I see it. This case stem from, guys. Let me adjust. I'm not gonna drag out Ray J because I can't stand Ray J, but sometimes I like to hear some of Ray J. But anyways, this stemmed from the Biggie situation where, remember, Biggie's small mother was pressuring the city to find who killed her son. Remember, there was a big lawsuit on the city, because remember, Biggie mother claimed, right? Remember, Biggie mother claimed that they knew something of some sort, some kind of police officers were part of it allegedly. Remember, the court already told the police officers, if you don't find who killed Biggie, you guys would have to pay out this big, big lawsuit of pain and suffering. After that, they went to go find the man that killed so-called Tupac. And all of the story, and then we continue to hear say Biggie, Tupac murderer, this is that. Then they went to go wind up with Keefy D. Keefy D came out and talked some more. Then we end up hearing Puff Daddy's name. Then we end up with the liquor story. Then we hear some more story, and wham bam, thank you, ma'am. Here this man caught up, beating that girl on the tape. Girl got 10 million from that tape of beating on that tape, plus settled for Diddy with 20 million. So that girl got 30 million. Not only that, the man that she's having children with, like Rabbit, is her personal trainer. So here come this man who's a personal trainer, who's there supposed to tell you, lift the weights, up the weight, to the knee, on the knee, up the huckle, little higher, to your chest, to the chest. And I'm just being sarcastic at this point in time. And she ended up being with this guy because she claims that this guy was in her corner tremendously. Perhaps that's true. Perhaps the guy really loved her, but with all of them, the sword in the mouth, all of them hood in the mouth, piss in your mouth, and all of those men that run through her like how a fire stick run through furnace and wood and bonfire, I'm like, oh no. But someone's garbage is someone's treasure. Better believe it. You understand what I'm saying? So at the end of the day, when you really think about it, it's troubling and disturbing. They should have charged that man with domestic abuse, and they should have charged that man for shooting that lady in the club. They would have got some time out of it, and this shit would have been buried. Because majority of these people that are coming to talk, these tales people, should be locked up. They're a part of the nastiness and the Sodom and Gomorrah. Kiss me teeth and move on with a little bit more, and we're going to unpack the rest of the content, okay?
I think so. And I personally think it's going to happen faster than a lot of people think, because I think we're all starting to see what this is. Even if you're on the other side of it, I mean, the justice system is the justice system. Where does this fit in right as opposed to right and wrong? It's off. And I don't like it.
Here's my problem.
And I want to be vocal about it.
Right, so I've met Diddy a couple of times
at
social functions many years ago, and
it all went down.
Anyways, guys, I am not going to drag this out at all. Not at all. Okay? I'm not going to drag it out. You guys want to watch the whole interview? Knock yourself out with some patience and go and watch that interview, okay? Because I'm not going to drag it out. I don't have all day, okay? And I don't have all day, and I don't have too much time because I got to run as always, yeah? I got to go clock in, and I got to utilize my social insurance number because that's what people nowadays days live on earth. You know what I mean? I can't go out there, go do certain things and stuff like that because at the end of the day, it's not morally as a woman. And at the end of the day, more time, you have to basically pass on that baton to your children. That out here has to out here to utilize your social insurance number. You're out, you have to have a job. You gotta out here working, right? Because when I get old, guys, I would like my good pension. You understand? You feel me? So I am not gonna jog on this, not at all. Anyways, guys, from there we're gonna unpack some topics, okay? So let's dive in some other things now. While Puff Daddy is in jail, them claim, right? While Puff Daddy is in jail, guys, they claim that the man is earning. They said Diddy reportedly earning millions in jail through side hustle. Diddy reportedly earning millions despite being behind bars after setting up a new side hustle. Okay, guys, man smart. According to the U.S. Sun, since his arrest, Diddy has set up a new business renting out his 60 million private jet. Remember I said that? I said that to say this, because remember I said you move from private jet to jailhouse. You're moving from someone calling you sir to you calling someone sir. Bring me here, right here. So the man is renting out his 60 million private jet. Come now. Okay, the jet has been available for private rentals since September. Last year has been hired 126 times, up until earlier this month. So while this man is behind bars, this man is making money while he sleep. Oh no. And right now, sooner or later, they claim they're gonna go after his assets, but majority of his asset is in his mama's name. So now let's unpack Mrs. Mama. We get to understand that the mother, hold on, we get to understand that Puff Daddy's mom, okay, used to keep some swinger party, right? Back in the days, we get to understand that Diddy was bullied when he was young. Okay. 1 second. Okay, let's get into this, guys. All right, let's unpack this quick and fast. All right, so we get to understand that Puff Daddy died when he was young, very young. Okay. Let me see if I could find all of it. All right, let's unpack some stuff, okay? So his father was murdered, guys. So I'm assuming that he went through a lot. And if you were bullied when you were younger, guys, when you get older and you have some power, you're gonna bully everybody. It's just what mostly bully do. It wasn't only be him, all right? So his father, guys, was murdered. Combs grew up in Mount Vernon, New York, a suburb on the fringes of Upper Manhattan. Janice had moved her young family there after Combs' father Melvin was murdered in 1972, a known associate of Harlem drug kingpins, including Nicky Barnes, while Abraham and Frank Lucas Melvin was found shot twice in the head, slumped over in their car. So they claim that the father was an alleged member or friend with the Harlem drug pins, allegedly, don't mix me, coming from the Rolling Stone, right? They also claim that the mother, we're right here. They claim that the mother used to keep sex parties, and Diddy used to walk into the rooms where adults were having sex, one of Combs' longtime childhood friend claimed. And this is all alleged. Allegedly, don't mix me. I am just a messenger. So if all of these things were happening, now you see why he threw those sex parties. Yeah? All right, I'll give you guys an example, and I'm not going to call any name. Quick and fast. There's somebody here on the internet. I'm sure you guys hear her stories. She came and she vomit that, I have to say vomit, that her mother and father own a sex shop. She used to watch her mother and the girls who used to sell front, used to even have their babies and their children there. Yo, and me say, I could bring that for seats. Then she uttered that her mom and dad used to make those girls come there, and the man them used to come do all kind of things. When we had and fast forward in the future, remember it was in the past, or maybe still happening, I'm not sure. When you fast forward in the past, people, instead of that person be like the boss or the pimp, that person is out here selling front. Until today day. So what do I always shout? Children live what they learn. You are your first expression on your child. You're your first child role model. Any nastiness, any good things, any great things, any bad things you do, the children them are looking, the children them are following, the children are listening. Okay? Until this day, that person is still on the internet selling front. Remember who used to have the F shop? The mother and father. Till the generation of the child come now. Don't own a F shop. Not a pimp. Used to be a pimp, kinda, cause used to tell the people them that she can find the man and then she would get a little bit of the money. But she's out here selling front rapidly. Not only that, we get to hear the sad stories about when they went to go sell front, who almost get unalive. We also heard the next story about when they went to go sell front, they had to go and sell, it seems like them wig and all of these kind of things because the front never make it through and the front never make the money. Kiss me teeth and pass. Why black women always result to the old Asian trick in the book, selling front? I am not sure. Kiss me teeth and pass. Okay? Not only that, Shawn was bullied when he was younger. Wait 1 second. See there? Shawn used to go to a Catholic school, okay? And he used to be bullied when he was younger. See there? See there? Look it. Look it. He used to be bullied as a kid. You hear that? Right there. So long time that boy been growing. Long time he's been bullied. They claim that we're not making any excuses. So logical wise people, let's put on your thinking cap. If that man was bullied from he was young, then he would be in this position now. He would bully you now. Because that's what bullies does. You see most of these women on the internet, these people on the internet who cuss and carry on, they're lacking of something. You see what I'm saying? Either they become bullies or they end up looking for a mother and father, looking for love. So they find themselves in wrong gangs, wrong group, and wrong friendship. You see it on the internet. When people are lacking something, lacking some kind of childhood trauma, you see how they behave. So if his father died and they found his dad slumped over in a car with gunshot in his head, was part of the Harlem kingpin, allegedly, then how many problems do you see your father? How many issues do you see your father? Maybe allegedly see your father all kick down your mother and box down your mom. Remember, they say back in this drug dealer never had any mercy for a woman, allegedly. So maybe that's where he get these things from. We're not making any excuse for him. But if he's been bullied from he was young, then I expect he should do it now in his adult age. Want power and have the power and will bully you. Not only that, if his mom was having these kind of sex parties, then when he grow bigger, he would think that he would have these kind of sex parties, right? And then it will become nothing to him because he knows all kind of people doing the sex parties. So they claim, say, his mother was very in the sex game, allegedly. Don't mix me. Okay, guys? So at the end of the day, when you think about it, guys, then he would behave the way he behaved now. And he would have childhood trauma if he was being bullied. And not only that, guys, he would be going through a lot if his father was found in a car slumped over with a bullet. So I had to come and shout that out like, oh, I never came. And with a content yesterday to unpack to you masses to let you guys know, people, me there y'all with another topic. You hear that? Running on, pushing on. Let's unpack the rest of the content. Anyways, guys. So moving on. From we're talking about that, people, let's drop this one here. Young Thug. So you guys know that Young Thug was so ridiculous. Sign a deal with the prosecutor on so many years of probation, and as you slip, you'll be gone back. Well, they claim say Young Thug is an ongoing snitch. Not me said it, you know. Look who said it, you know, guys. No, don't mix me, you know, because they claim that these people are allegedly all gang members now. So they claim at the end of the day, because Kid Cudi is a rat, Young Thug is a rat, and going trial of the super villain Shawn Diddy Combs, Young Thug is a rat, and Kid Cudi is a rat. And because Young Thug and the friend them rat out everything to the police, they claim say that's why Kid Cudi get the rat behavior from. I don't believe so. I believe that if Puff Daddy mash up this man's car, burn up this man's car, then Puff Daddy should have paid some money. Right? If somebody mash up my car, why shouldn't I come talk about it? Why wouldn't I not talk about it? Right? So the way how I see it, Ramstack the man house and all of these things, and then they claim the DNA and the firebomb of everything in Kid Cudi home. Claims that the DNA seems like it's a female DNA. So was it Cassie? Did it? Or what have you? I am not sure. just kissing my teeth and running on. All right, guys? Not only that, again, we're going to unpack some of this quick and fast. All right, so remember this story that we've been talking about, the hockey story, because we're not letting go. Because Diddy's on trial. Every black man is on trial for sexual assault. We're putting the hockey players right here. Okay? It's a big trial, and it's a big thing, and everybody's like, shh, 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 shh. Ain't nobody talking about it unless I came and gave you guys the tea about the situation. Now, this guy is understand, guys. He claims that because of head injury, okay, because of head injury, he don't remember half of the shit that he would speak, understand, because of head injury. You guys know when it comes to the hockey, it's the most dangerous sports. And you guys know at the end of the day, there's lots of injuries that you will pick up in this sports, okay? Same thing as football. So we know in this situation, guys, that it's a lot of nonsense. We know that. Remember, I came and told you guys that there was a mistrial. Remember, I came to tell you that they dismissed the juror and all of these kind of things. Remember, the Crown loses final attempt to enter key text at hockey at sexual assault. There was some text messages. One of them he was smacking his ass. Dude, he was smacking her ass so hard. I thought it was really hurt, dude. And the judge said, dude, that whole situation is admissible. Dude. I would be like, really? Like, wow. So who paid off the judge? Like, really? Like, why did the judge say it's admissible? Well, this is a hockey case, guys. And at the end of the day, it's one girl and 5 hockey players. And at the end of the day, guys, they go off to have some 300 million contract. So at the end of the day, guys, I'm really lost for words and disturbed. But I'm not surprised. If I speak in my language like that, people, that's how I have to talk. But at times, we skim over the English a little bit and we just go about our business. But that's how you really talk in English now. So I'll just kiss my teeth and pass. Like right here now. The judge is too much and she's really getting on my last nerve. But she's the judge. What can I say? Okay, guys? So apparently, listen for yourself.
Dubé walks into court ahead of a favorable ruling.
Listen.
The Crown had hoped to enter potentially damaging text messages from his former World Junior teammate Brett Howden into evidence. Dubé was smacking this girl's ass so hard,
What'd I tell you?
It looked like it hurt so bad.
Oh my.
But Justice Maria Caracia denied the Crown's application, its third and final attempt. Dubé and 4 of his former World Junior hockey teammates, Michael McLeod, Alex Formenton, Carter Hart, and Cal Foote, are accused of sexually assaulting a woman in 2018. They have all pleaded not guilty. The text messages took on an outsized importance to the Crown when Howden, who is not charged in the matter, was unable to recall earlier accounts of what he saw happen in a London, Ontario hotel room.
Head injury, please.
His memory was so poor, Carter Hart's lawyer, Megan Savard, asked Howden about a devastating hit he took in 2022, which knocked him unconscious.
What did I tell you?
See Howden kind of going down, and there's the hit.
And whether that may have impacted his memory. Have you noticed that since you suffered your head injury, that you've had more trouble remembering things than you did before? He said, it's definitely got a lot harder over time.
Can I pause and kiss my teeth literally? Next. So you know that this man got a head injury, but you guys still put him on the stand to be the prosecutor key witness. Are you guys dumb? Are you dumb? Dumb and dumber and dumbest? Like, seriously? So you guys know he had a head injury and come drop this right now that I'm dropping into the masses. And you guys still put him to be the witness for him to say that he was smacking that girl's ass very hard. And now it's admissible. And now his excuse is because he had a brain injury or a head injury. He doesn't remember. So that means that he would be admissible to be a witness. He's not credible. Why you have him understand? People, only God could come down and tell me that these 5 privileged millionaires are going to get in trouble. I doubt it. Not only that, people, the amount of money that Hockey Canada pays out in sexual assault is not even funny. It's worse than Diddy. But nobody talks about it because these are white privileged folks. Okay, guys? All right? So I am a prosecutor and I know that my key witness, had a head injury and he won't remember anything. And then I have him understand asking him what? Asking him what, people? If I can't remember, would I be credible? If I can't remember, would I be okay for the jury? I wouldn't be because I don't remember. Not only that, guys, this man is part of a team already. So feel me out. If, say, for example, you know that hockey is almost like a gangster game, football, basketball, everybody huddle together as a team. You think right now he's going to make these 5 junior guys go down and then go back on his other team to go and play? When they know that this is the norm in hockey, allegedly, you think he's going to go and snitch on these guys and tell them what they want to tell them? He's going to say, my memory, my memory, my memory, my memory, my memory, because it doesn't look good if he snitch on these guys and go back and play hockey. It wouldn't be manly. Think about it. When it should be the other way around, standing out for this poor girl. Should be the other way around. So man, memory's not here, can't remember, but the stupid ass crown, sorry for my French, no disrespect to the court, have a man on the trial, understand, and he doesn't remember? Oh, Father God, if you're not busy, come down here Wednesday to come slap me in tomorrow, Thursday. Are you kidding me? Seriously? Anyways, people, let me unpack. Please and thanks. I'm tired of this nonsense. I'll come with the breaking news, whether they're guilty or not guilty, but the way how this heart is, not guilty. The way I see it, because it's too much. Too much craziness, guys. Too much craziness. Rapping on, running on with this content, shall we? Anyways, from there, guys, you know how the 407 beat a lot of people. You know the 407 is in Canada, they claim, but the 407 belong to the states, and you have to pay to go on this all the time. Right now, the government says no more 407. Keep your money in your pocket. Stop paying for the toll. It's ungodly. What do you say, folks? If you use a toll, I am not sure. Okay, running on. I guess he promised what he promised when he was preaching, when he was running. So he said, I promised this, so this is what's going to happen. So right now, America and Canada with the toll, I don't know what's going to happen, guys. But right now, if you drive on that toll, no more toll for you. Oh, no. Oh, my. Then we're going to run here and get here. Now, you guys know that Presley, star of Oscar-winning drama Tootsie, dies at the age of 40. As you guys know that, guys, cancer is out here killing off a lot of people. Right here. Okay, guys, so if you never know, he passed on very early at the age of 40. Running on with the content, not itching, okay? Because I gotta run, I gotta go. At the end of the day, oops. At the end of the day, guys, let's get to here. This guy. So we appreciate all the love that Jamaica gave Fabio, says artist father, his passing. So this guy right here passed away. He's a reggae artist. He passed away, and he said that he wanted to be resting in Jamaica somehow. If you find the article, read it to yourself. I don't got no time to drag this on. Quick and fast, yes? I just give you guys a little bits of pieces for you guys to do your research, okay? And all of that. All right, now, remember this next nasty man, Nygaard. Come here now, right here, full stop, guys, Nygaard. Everybody's talking about this. Diddy. Una forgot that una have this guy right here? You guys forgot that this right here, this man right here been raping up. This mogul, this fashion mogul right here, the rapist right here. You guys never remember him? Well, we did. He came back underneath the radar. Let's dive in for a little bit and unpack some of what the problem is. Nygaard is driven from a Toronto court in 2023, right? That was it, right? A Manitoba judge has determined a serious abuse of process took place in 2022. So people, when they were supposed to lock up this long shot, they didn't. Almost like the hockey situation where they were supposed to lock up the hockey players in 2018. Never lock them up, never charge them, really never no case until 2025, the way I see it. Same thing as Nygaard. They said that there was a serious abuse of the process because of this wealthy man. When they were supposed to lock him up, clank, they didn't. And now that they're going to be an investigation, probably all the victims them are going to come and maybe sue the court system or maybe sue this man, because this man did end up in trouble in Canada and also end up in trouble in America as well with his penis where him can't keep in his pants. I have to shout. Go and check out this content, please and thanks, and go and read it over if you care, if you want to listen to all of this. Okay, rapping on, running on. 7 o'clock my time, so I gotta move. Anyways, now people wrapping up this content quick. Block seed right here. Justice, no peace. Jussie Smollett settle over alleged hate crime hoax with 50,000 donation. I should clobber you with the phone, you damn ass. You are tied up. You're going to go get Mr. Sub and two African men tie you up and call you the faggot name, you fag. Really smell it? Really, Jesse? Really, Josu? Oh, God. You thought the police were going to give up, right? You never had no hate crime host guy. Go sit down. You never had no hate crime host. Go and sit down. You guys always prepare. Oh, yo, you guys always out here talking about hate this and hate that. And nobody hates some people more than the black culture who hate each other. Seriously. So you come up with this body host nonsense and then you end up have to give $50,000 donation. How dumb can you be? Anyways, donkey of the day, that would be Justice Smollett, or whatever you guys call him. Seriously. Running on, wrapping up this live. Bring us here. Trump to pardon Todd and Julie Chrisley, the reality TV couple convicted of fraud and tax evasion. So can he pardon some other guys? Like the black guy who always in that vampire movie? Can he pardon him? He went to jail a lot of times for tax fraud and tax evasion. Can he pardon a lot more people other than these people that he pardoned every day? Not only that, in the George Floyd situation, that police officer is going to be pardoned sooner or later anyway. So he's pardoning everybody else except a lot more people in the black community. Could you imagine? Kiss me teeth running on. Kiss my teeth running on. Okay, guys, I think that's all I really got to tell you guys. With the Nygaard situation, you guys go and unpack that content. Like I said, I'll come back another day to tell you guys more about it and play some other stuff about the Nygaard situation, okay? But for now, I am not going to drag it on. Running on, guys, running on, running on. Now we have to go here. Quebec order to pay 164 million plus interest in class action ruling for justice denied. Now you guys know that racism plague more time in Canada. And a lot of people sweep it underneath the carpet and say the country is very nice, very good. A person right to appear before a judge within 24 hours of being arrested and detained in a cornerstone of Canada. Blah, da, 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 da. It was wrongfully violate their charter of rights. All of these kind of things. Justice was denied. All of these kind of things. So now they're ordered to pay 164 million plus interest in action ruling for locking up people unjustly. Never justify why they lock up these people. So these people sue and say, you violated my charter of rights. How dare ya? Okay, guys? So I had to come and shout out that on a broader scale and a bigger note. Quick and fast, yes? Let's see if I could find the rest. Right here. See it here? Right here, people. Damages plus interest willfully violating the rights of thousands of times. Prosecutor office and the Quebec Justice Department failed their obligation to put a place of system of guarantees appearance that complies with the requirements of criminal code. Remember I told you, knowing full well their faulty appearance system led to systematic violation and discrimination fundamental rights of seeking justice by failing to comply with the 24-hour deadline and Sunday da 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 da. You violate my charter of rights da 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 da. Bring us right here to reggae. They said this artist passed away, Saint and Mola. If you guys didn't know that Mola were living with sickle cell disease. And sickle cell disease is something that will kill you. It's dangerous at times if you don't look after yourself. And this man out here singing out his heart, singing out his lungs. They say, see the smile on my face, but you don't know what I feel inside. They say you don't know what people are going through. They say people out here making you smile, but you don't know what they're feeling inside, people. So a lot of people have sickness but don't come and tell you. A lot of people in the black community are not going to the doctor, think they don't know, claim that they're not sick but have underlying issues. People, at the end of the day, sickness is out here, cancer is out here, sickle cell is out here, HIV is out here. So many things are out here, people. Mental illness is out here. Suicidal is out here. We got to understand that Chanel tried to take her life because of man, the in-law, them, how them wicked, and all of these things. Annie as a big, careless, big woman and all of these kind of things. Kiss me teeth and pass. But when your heart is weak, when your heart is quivering. Not only that, everybody did know that Chanel was suicidal from day one because she usually come and cut up herself. But she's not alone. Remember, Annie's daughter Mika did come and say that she used to cut up herself already. So Annie have a lot of things going on when it comes to those little girls. But Annie feel fit to come out here every day to come exalt herself as a woman. It's not my business. I don't really do mix up. Me just look and kiss me teeth and pass and say that I will never be that girl, never will be that woman. But at the end of the day, people, sickness is out here. Let his heart and soul rest in peace, because people are dropping out here nowadays. They're like fly, gone too soon and gone too young. Okay, guys, running on with this content. Thank you for watching. Thank you for stopping by, guys. Happy Wednesday. Yeah, running on with the content. Run on. Thank you for stopping by, guys. I am running on. This content is over. Thank you for stopping by. I really appreciate you. Lots of big up to those who always come and watch the content. Yes. Thank you very much. I appreciate you. A big thank you for those who always come watch the content, whether I am late, whether I miss out a day or not. You're always here. I really appreciate you. A big respect for those who always here from day one and always are tried with me and always coming to watch the content, even if you watch 5 minutes, 2 minutes, 1 second. I respect you. Okay, guys? Not only that, for those who are having a happy birthday, big up your nice, clean self. Have a happy birthday and enjoy that to the fullest, but don't overdo it, guys. Okay? And at the end of the day, guys, like I said, for those for the people in my life who make me smile, love me and support me and bring me joy, big up, thank you very much. Okay, guys? And at the end of the day, guys, at the end of the day, man, right here, come here now, man. Watch your thoughts, for they become words. Watch your words, for they become action. Watch your action, for they become habits. Watch your habits before they become character. Watch your character, for they becomes destiny. Okay, what we think is what we become. Be mindful how you tread on earth. Today, Wednesday. Thank you for stopping by. Don't forget to like and subscribe and share. Turn on your notification bell. So when I come and say content there now, you're right here, stand up in your line, hold your seat and ready to listen and lend me your ear on the ground. Thank you very much. I appreciate it. And for those who always come and watch the content, today, Wednesday, peace and love till I catch you guys another time. I'm out.